Priya a lovely round of applause for his wonderful, beautiful voice. Beautiful Bhajan. We have another vocal for chorus. Yes. Can you reach over there?
Where's the other green one?
Sitaram, Namaste, Jai Guru Datta, Om Sai Ram, Sat Sri Akal. Very, very pleasant welcome to each and every one of you this evening to this our second session of Bhajans. Panditji, Pandit Rameshji, Sai Ram, good to see you. Thank you for joining us this evening, and all of you from near and far. And those of you who were here last evening, I must say thank you for your participation. Those of you who were here this morning for Sunday morning satsang as well, I would say thanks to each and every one of you. As we begin this evening, let us, as customary, invoke the presence of Bhagwan into this evening of devotion. Let us sit upright for a few minutes, devotees. We clasp our hands, we gently bow our heads and close our eyes and short Dhanam pray to begin this evening's Bhajan Samelan. Hari Om, Hari Om. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakareshu Sarvada Sri Ganeshaya Namah Shri Saraswati Namah Sri Guru Charana Kamale Namo Namah Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanya Trambake Gauri Narayani Namaste Karpur Gaur Karunavatar Samsara Sar Bhujage Sada Vasantam Hridayarvite Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami Lal Dev Lalila Se Ardhani Lal Nagur Patri Dev Danav Dala Jai Pavan Sutramane Jai Vasudeva Sutam Deva Kamsa Chanur Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru Yada Yada Dharmasya Glanir Bhavati Bhare Abhyuthanamasa Dharmasya Tadatmanam Srijamyam Paritranaya Sadhunam Vinashaya Chadushtam Dharma Samstharpanaya Sambhavami Yuge Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om प्रेम से बाबा के वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। प्रेमर सज्जनों, भाइयों बहनों, my dear brothers and sisters, to be successful this evening, I'm going to ask you for one small favor. In addition to making your donations, of course, to the project, the massive project that's in play here to my left, putting up the shikaras on the top of this building, is for you to clap. You know, musical instruments, tablas, harmoniums, keyboards, etc., they're very expensive. Our Swami tells us, you know, we have all been given 2 musical instruments that are free of charge. These 2, right? And they work like this. And they make beautiful sounds. And you see, when you clap, as I mentioned to you last night, whenever you clap, science tells you it removes the negative ions from around you. And only what remains? Positivity. And that is all we're looking for, to be positive. So tonight, as we conduct this session of bhajans, and I'm sure you request your bhajans as well, we do our best to fulfill all the requests like we did last night. And those of you joining us online as well, I want to say a special welcome to those viewers who are part of what we call our Shiva family. Many years ago, during the pandemic, when it started, I created an online forum called Shiva. And to all of you joining us online from all over the world tonight, in this beautiful Jai Devi Durga Mandir here, Shri Vrindavan Dham, in Scarborough, we say to you Swagatam. So again, very simply, all I ask of you tonight is to clap, to sing, and to glorify the name of Bhagavan, and feel the energy, and let us enjoy this session of bhajans. Prem se bolo Bhajan Swami ki jai. The very first bhajan, composed by the late Dadaji Pandit Shri Hariom Sharan, an offering to Lord Ganesha. It says, O Ganapati, every day I prostrate at your lotus feet. Your feet take away my pain. He's the remover of all obstacles. Each day I meditate my mind to the Lord of strength and remove all the obstacles from my path. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you. Nishidin namo Ganapati Charan. Nishidin namo Ganapati Charan. Nishidin namo Ganapati Charan. Nishidin namo Ganapati Charan. Ganapati Charan Jagadharan. Ganapati Charan Jagadharan. Nishidin namo Ganapati Charan. Nishidin namo Ganapati Charan. tonight. Our next bhajan, it says, "O mind, chant the name of Vaheguru, Buddha, Mahavir, even Jesus, and names of the divine preceptor Sai, who are the essence of the scriptures, the Bhagavad Gita, the Quran and the Bible." This is a universal bhajan, Sarva Dharma is called. O Sai, you are the indweller of the body and the mind, and every atom of the body is filled by you. Buddha Mahavir Yeshu Sai, Buddha Mahavir Yeshu Sai, Vaheguru Vaheguru. This is a bhajan dedicated to all gurus. We say Vaheguru Vaheguru Bol Vimanva. Wherever our gurus are tonight, if they have gone to the beyond, if you have never had a guru, someone who initiated you, a spiritual person, then we seek the blessings of Mother and Father. Buddha Mahavir Yeshu Sai, Buddha Mahavir Yeshu Sai, Vaheguru 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 Our next bhajan is a Devi bhajan, and this is dedicated to Saraswati Devi Ma, to all the children in the audience, especially to all the musicians in the audience this evening. We glorify Ma in this form. O Mother Saraswati, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya, from darkness of ignorance, take us across this world of light and knowledge. You are the goddess and sound of sound and all melodies. Speech is yours, Ma. At your feet we seek refuge. Grant us your merciful love and your blessings. या वीणा वरदमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युत शंकर प्रभृतिभिः देवे सदा वन्दिता सा माता सरस्वती भगवती निशेष हे शारदे मां, हे शारदे मां, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे मां। हे शारदे मां, हे शारदे मां, अज्ञानता से हमें vrindavandham.com, here at Devi Durga Mandir. And those of you here in the Mandir itself, I believe there are pledge forms in the back. We are collecting, we are contributing, completing the beautiful Shrikaras that will protrude from the top of this Mandir very shortly. We glorify now Bhajan Shri Krishna with this next bhajan. The source of peace and happiness, the source of bliss. Whenever we are weak, whenever we are downtrodden, we turn to Bhajan Shri Krishna as he blows his bansuri. Hey Krishna Gopal Hari, Hey Deen Dayal Hari, Hey Krishna Gopal Hari, Hey Deen Dayal Hari, Tum karta, tum hi Param Kripa Thank you very much. We continue with bhajans. Mother Yashoda had a son by the name of Krishna, as we all know. And he was a very naughty boy. And she's saying in this bhajan, what can I do? Please don't complain to me anymore about my child. You see, in the eyes of a mother, a child does no wrong. I can't seem to make this boy understand, you know. My eyes are looking for him everywhere, she says. In every corner of this world, but I cannot find him. He just disappears like the wind. Oh Krishna, please come so that I can embrace you, my love. And let me hide you in my heart. Devotees, tonight I ask all of you, if you catch a hold of that boy named Krishna, hide him in your heart and don't ever let him go. You see, once you place him in there and you lock him in, life is good. You know, I'll tell you a little story. On the playgrounds of Vrindavan, you know, one day, Bhagwan Shri Krishna and Radharani, they were playing this game called Ring Around the Roses. You all know this game from Trinidad, right? Guyana. So they lock their fingers like this and they spin around in a circle, you know. And they made a couple of rounds. They were playing by themselves in a beautiful garden in Vrindavan. And Radharani says, Krishna. He says, yes. She says, marry me now. He says, no. And they continue spinning around again for another time. She says, Krishna, you don't hear me, boy, marry me. He says, no, Radharani, I'm just your friend, let us play now. Finally now, in the last now, when she says, Gopal, will you marry me? He let her hands go like this and he took off in that direction, you know. And as he was running away, she says, Ghansham, not the name for Lord Krishna. You can escape from the grip of my hand, but you will never escape from the chambers of my heart. Let us take this message tonight. And when you catch him, put him in here and don't let him go. In a good way. You see, devotees, once any form of Bhagwan is instilled in our hearts, every single thought, every single word, every single deed becomes pure. Because if it is not good, if it's not filtered, just like I use the analogy of the antivirus software in our computers. If it's not something good, we will never let it in. So too, Bhagwan in our hearts are like that antivirus, filtering every thought, word and deed, making sure that they're pure. So, at the end of the day, we always help ever and hurt never. Remember this tonight, okay? This beautiful bhajan, Radharani now sings for her beta. Baranat kat Krishna kanhaiya, ka kare Yashoda maiya. Baranat kat Krishna kanhaiya, ka kare Yashoda maiya. Oh, baranat kat Krishna now to the feet of Pavanaputra Hanumanji Mahavir Swami, another bhajan by the name Taraji Pandit Harion Sharanji. Oh Hanumanji, victory to you. Have mercy upon us. Have mercy upon us. Your spiritual energies, your body is strengthened and our minds are pervaded by devotion. Pranavo Pavana Kumar Kalaman Pavak Jasu Hridaya Basahuram Charcha Beniharo Those of you who were here last night, there were numerous requests for this particular bhajan. And today, during the past 2 years, we have lost many souls for many reasons, some to the pandemic, some to medical reasons and all of that. And this bhajan rekindles the love that a mother has for the child. We speak of the mother tonight, the Divine Mother, Bhavani Shankar Mata. And The Bhajan says, salutations to thee, O Ma, Mother of this universe. What is there more beautiful than your name and your image? Isn't she beautiful? O Mother, with a pleading heart, I fully surrender myself to you. Ma, I am assured of sustenance by your divine grace, and as a humble child, I bow to thy lotus feet, O Mother, with this bhajan. Saraswati Shakti Jage Tejo Mahira Himanam Swarupini Mamahude Karujiya Jai Ma I ask you to keep the requests, keep the pledges coming. Our President will give us a summary this evening at the end of the program as to how we have done over the past few sessions. The Bhajan tells us, I am a little child, so tiny and so innocent, and you are very powerful and strong. O Lord, please protect me, O protector of all. You are my champion. Make a chota sa bachcha ho, dono bade parwa, Prabhu ji mere raaj. as I introduce to you our musicians. Accompanying us this evening on the keyboards, very versatile musician, young gentleman, talented, hails from this area, Markham area. Let's have a lovely round of applause for Mr. Nathan Mann. Nathan Jacob. Very humble soul, and a very talented musician as well, tablas, dholak, etc. Pandit Deepak Soni ji, give him a lovely round of applause. Pandit ji. They were here last night, back again. The beautiful voices of Priyaji and Ramalaji. Give them a lovely round of applause. Our next bhajan is a very powerful one. It praises Bhagwan Shiva. Those of you who were here this morning during my pravachan for our Sunday morning service would have understood the power of worshipping Lord Shiva. The bhajan says, let the sound of the damaru, the drum that he plays, reverberate the names of Shiva, age after age, the divine light. It will be shadowed and splendid upon us, illuminating the entire universe. Decorated on his forehead the moon, Chandrama, and he wears a garland of venomous snakes. They all have significance. His body is covered with ash and it vibrates with energy. The Ganga flows from his jata, from his head. We glorify now Bhagwan Shiva with this beautiful bhajan. Karpur Gaur Karuna Samsara Saram Sada Vasantam Hrudaya Vinde Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami Jai Shiva Shankar Jai Shiva Shankar Shiva Shankar Dum 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 dum. Clap your hands, come on, Haribol! Dum 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 dum. Shiva Shankar Jai Shiva I don't have to ask you, I know you felt his energy. The power of Bhagwan Shiva. Even the energy has been transmitted online. Online viewers are experiencing the energy. This is the power of Shakti. This is the power of devotion that we have all created this evening. The bhajan tells us, "Oh Lord, how can I present myself at your doorstep with a dirty shawl?" Not a physical shawl, a dirty shawl, dirty mind. Lord of purity, I am completely ashamed to think of the dirty shawl I will wear when I come to you, to account for my present deeds. You sent me in this world with a spotlessly clean body, free from the taints of evil. But during the 60 years I have lived, I have stained it with the dirt of evil. Not to last just for one lifetime, but for many lifetimes. The bhajan says, never have my 2 feet ever entered into your temple. Now, we don't have that problem because we're all here in the temple. A beautiful bhajan composed again by the late Dadaji, Pandit Hari Guru Sharan. Join with me, you all know this bhajan very well. Maili chadar ओढ़ के कैसे द्वार तुम्हारे हे पावन परमेश्वर मेरे मन ही मन शर्मा मेरी जान ओढ़ के कैसे द्वार तुम्हारे हे पावन परमेश्वर मेरे मन ही मन शर्मा Sing Civil Maryada Purushottam Bhagwan Ramachandra Ki Jai. And also joining us this evening, a very talented keyboardist, singer and musician, Pandit Yogesh. Give him a lovely round of applause as well. So thank you for this list. This list looks a lot better than the ones we had last night. I'm just kidding. We already crossed out one right there. So let's see. Yep, there we go. The bhajan says, "Oh nurturing Lord, beyond description and beyond all." You know, in Ramayana, those of you familiar with Ramayana Katha, in Aranyakand of Ramayana, there was a very astute devotee of Lord Rama by the name of Shabari. You all familiar with the story of Shabari? I'm sure you've heard this. All of Pandits, all my Pandit brothers, we love to read this Katha of Shabari. But Shabari was a very old haunch. She walked with a hunchback. She had one sari. And could you imagine wearing one sari over years upon years, cleaning the cowpen and cleaning the yard and so forth? It was torn, it was tattered, it was colored, it wasn't white anymore. But Shabari had just one thing in her mind, and that is to see the face of Bhagwan, to see the feet of Bhagwan Shri Ram. Her guru, the late Matang Rishi, gave her this boon that one day the Lord will come to you. And what would she do every morning? She would wake up, she'd go into the gardens, and you know, in summertime you all have all the marigolds here in the yard. I saw it earlier this summer. Pick the whole baskets of marigold, and she will come now, and she will place meticulously one by one and form like a carpet on the floor, on the road that is leading up to the ashram, every day as a rule for years. Why? She says, when my Lord comes barefooted, I do not want his tender feet to step on the earth. He should only walk on a bed of flowers. She did this for many years, devotees, until one day, hunchback as she was, she got a glimpse to the right side of her eyes of a pair of feet, and she knew right away who it was. Madhyana Purushottam Shri Ramachandraji. You see, even though she had nothing materialistic, she didn't have a palace, she only had one sari that was almost gone. She was hunchback, she was old, but she had one thing in her mind: have no fear when God is here. In other words, let go and let God. This was her motto. And as the bhajan tells us, "Oh nutrient Lord, beyond description and beyond all, without you, I need no one. Please, O Lord, ease my difficulties. Without you, we have no one. You are our only supporter. O Palanahari, Nirguna Oranyadi." Let us join and sing this beautiful bhajan together. Let me hear all of the beautiful voices sing. Come on, we're singing for Prabhu Shri Ram tonight. Om Palanhare Nirguna Vijnane Om Palanhare Nirguna Vijnane Tumhare bin hamara kaun nahi, tumhare bin hamara kaun nahi. Tonight I'd like to acknowledge the presence of my parents, Pandit Shri Persad and my mom, Ms. Grace Persad, viewing all the way down from Trinidad. Tonight, Mom, Dad, I bow to your lotus feet, seeking your blessings. I also want to extend to them a very happy 61st wedding anniversary that will be coming up in the next time. So, all the love from Toronto to you all down in Trinidad. Blessings. I also would like to acknowledge tonight the presence of Pandit Dev and his wife Didi. Namaste. Thank you for joining us this evening. Panditji, a very prominent Pandit here in the Mississauga area as well. So you have lots of Pandits visiting this evening and definitely joining us in this beautiful evening of bhajans. There was another request that we will do right away, another one, beautiful Bhagwan Shri Krishna bhajan. Offered to the Lord, which gift do you think pleases Him the most? Persad, fruits, jalebi, rather. Which gift pleases the Lord the most? Patram pushpam phalam toyam. I'll give you a hint. What? Love. There you go. The most powerful four-letter word in this entire universe. L-O-V-E. Bhagwan Sri Sai Baba tells us, one without it. By the way, love cannot be bought, cannot be sold, it cannot be exchanged. It can only be felt. And one without love is a corpse. One without love is a corpse. Devotee is the only way back to Godhead. And by the way, if we haven't figured it out yet, this morning we spoke about okay, that's enough. Who am I? Where have I come from? And where do I need to go? And how am I going to get there? If we haven't figured out that yet, it's not going to happen. Come on, Sachin, come on, man. Uncle Dwarkaji, namaskar. We have the president of Radha Krishna Mandir of Cambridge, building a beautiful mandir like this one as well in Cambridge. Thank you for joining. Give them a lovely round of applause. Hard-working individuals. give Sachin a chance to play. Not yet, just now. Okay. Hardworking individuals planting the flags and building the foundation for Satya Sanatan Vedic Dharma. You know, recently someone asked me, said, Balaji, I think we have to rename you, give you a new name. What's the name? Well, you all know my hashtag is Destination Panditary, right? There's a reason for that, you'll figure it out. we're going to rename you the Traveling Pandit. Why? I have a home, I have a mandir. But you know what? When duty calls, you never say no. This is what Bhagwan, this is the purpose that Bhagwan placed us on this earth, to serve mankind and to serve selflessly. Don't look for anything in return. Devotees, when we are given an opportunity like this to uplift the flags of Sanatan Dharma here in Markham and down in Cambridge, construction is on the way, and thank you for sharing all of the construction videos. I enjoy watching them, Uncle Ji. And soon, when do we expect to be completed? A year and a half from now, we'll go down to Cambridge with the same crew here. You know, continue to support Dharma in these places because communities are growing. Many years ago when I lived, some of you know I lived in Toronto, and back in the 80s, I think the only mandir here, building structure, that was Vishnu Mandir up on Yonge Street at the time. And many have, we have flourished now back, and look how much has changed and evolved. And the GTA is growing, it's growing. So let us continue to grow. Coming back to the bhajan now. Love is the most important gift that we can give to Bhagwan. And because of Lord Krishna's love, he discarded the choice offerings by Duryodhan in the palace. Not everything that glamour and glitters is gold, devotees. Remember this. And he went to poor Vidur's home, the poor man, to partake of what? Vegetables. And though the fruits were bitten and tasted, who we just spoke about by Shabari, she tasted every single one of those berries to make sure they were sweet and then give it to the Lord. Even though Lakshman was upset, the Lord says, no, Ma, this is the most delicious berries I've ever eaten. He didn't scorn her. He didn't say, no, what would I eat from a juta, from an old woman? This is the Lord, you see, it's all encased with love. The bhajan tells us tonight. Duryodhan ko meva jago, Duryodhan ko meva jago, saag vidhud bhad khai. You know it? Sing it with me. सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सभा, सबसे ऊंची सबसे ऊंची सबसे So I think we covered all of the requests this far. Do we have any more requests before we move on? Bring them up. We have about an hour left on our program. Shoot up in the meantime. Finally, I just need to quench my thirst. The great poet Kabir Das says very beautifully, "When I was born, I cried and the world laughed. My deeds are such that when I die, I will laugh and the world will cry. This body is delicate, transparent sheet, drenched and woven in the extract of Lord Rama's name. And the spinning wheel is made from 8 lotuses, the 8 chakras of this body. The cotton that is spun from these elements of the earth, it takes 9 to 10 months to weave them completely. It takes 9 months for a child to be born. The ignorant and the foolish have stained it and made it so unclean. Once the sheet is completed, it is then given to the Guru to dye it. For a very short time, 2 days, it has been given to you. The ignorant really does not understand the depth of it. And day after day, they have stained it and spoiled it. The bhajan tells us. Kabira, jab hum paida hue, jag hase hum hue, aisi karni kar chalo. Chadariya, chadariya, jeeni re, jeeni. Chadariya, jeeni re, jeeni. Hey Ram Naam, hey Ram Naam, hey Ram Naam, ras jeeni chadariya. the musicians. Amazing. Unrehearsed. And Deepakji, I bow to your feet tonight. You're amazing, amazing, amazing tabla player. Give it up to him. So, Panditji, can we have Sachin just play a little bit dholak first? Yeah? I will do Sachin, as you know, is classically trained. So we'll switch gears just a little bit. And for those of you joining us online as well, we ask you to please contribute. The information is on the Mandir's website. I believe it's srivrindavandham.com, and also Jai Devi Durga Mandir here in Markham, Ontario. This next bhajan, for those of us from the Caribbean, would remember the great singer, the late Isaac Yankaran. And if you don't remember him, his sons, the late Anand Yankaran, Ashok Yankaran, and we all know Rakesh Yankaran. Right? Very good singers, they're great singers by the way. The beautiful bhajan says, "Oh man, try to discover God. He is master and you are his servant. Focus your thoughts deeply on him. For he is always correct, and his presence is felt in the earth, fire, air, oceans, all the elements. He has given us birth and showed us the drama of this world. And why do you wander aimlessly on life's path?" Done in Bhojpuri style, I hope you enjoy it. ईश्वर तू जान बंदे वाली तेरा ही है ईश्वर तू जान बंदे वाली तेरा ही है कर ले तू याद दिल से हर जान वो सही है ईश्वर तू जान बंदे वाली तेरा ही है Let's give Sachin ji a lovely round of applause. Thank you, Ji. Let's see some of the requests that just came in. So I don't have the copy of this bhajan, but I will try to do it from memory. I hope that we'll be okay with it. माता पुत्र से प्यार माता पुत्र से प्यार किया है कौन करेगा इतना कौन करेगा माता पुत्र से प्यार किया है जितना कौन करेगा इतना कौन करेगा इतना Thank you. नौ महीने उधर मेरा था जब दुनिया में आया जय जय मां जय जय मां जय जय मां जय जय मां नौ महीने उधर मेरा था जब दुनिया में आया सर्दी लगी till last night. We didn't get a chance to do it. Just give me 1 second, make sure we have it. This version was made popular by the playback singer, the late Mukesh. We sang some of his songs last night as well. शिरडी के साईं बाबा तेरी दुहाई बाबा तेरी शरण हम आ गए ओ साईं हमको जन्म जन्म का घर पाए ओ साईं हमको जन्म जन्म का घर पाए शिरडी के साईं बाबा तेरी दुहाई बाबा तेरी शरण हम आ गए ओ साईं हमको जन्म जन्म का फल पाए ओ साईं हमको जन्म जन्म का फल पाए ना कोई ऊंचा ना कोई नीचा तेरे इस दरबार में हम भी आए शरण तिहारे तेरे निर्मल प्यार में ओ मनमोहक मूरत वाले ओ मनमोहक मूरत वाले अपने अपने सारे दीन दयालु हमारे ओ साईं हमको जन्म जन्म का फल पाए ओ साईं हमको जन्म जन्म का फल पाए शिरडी के साईं बाबा तेरी दुहाई बाबा तेरी शरण हम आ गए ओ साईं हमको जन्म जन्म का फल पाए ओ साईं हमको जन्म जन्म का फल पाए ओ साईं हमको जन्म जन्म का फल पाए शिरडी बाबा की जय Thank you very much. Pandit Deepak, please, where will you go? Pandit Deepak ji, please come back. We'll need you for the next, yes, please grab him. Sachin ji, thank you very, very much. Give Sachin a lovely round of applause, please. Please give my regards to your parents as well. While we wait for Pandit Deepak ji, I must commend the governing body of this mandir, our Guruji, Pandit Ramaraji, who is traveling in India, for allowing us to come together in this month of December. You know, based on my experience and many travels, it is very difficult to assemble in temples, especially in the month of December. I wonder why. You know, from, as I mentioned, and those of you here this morning during the Katha, from the time we hit Thanksgiving, a different kind of theme engulfs us, no? Shopping. A lot of things start with S, so to say. Yeah, sorry? Christmas, yes. Christmas. Nothing wrong with Christmas. We celebrate the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ. But we changed the concept and we say, okay, we'll wait till, what comes next? I believe Mahashivratri will be on February 18th. So that's like the very first major festival. So we give God a rest and we go in other direction and we come back. We're not going to remain anymore. But this is just pure nature. But remember, devotees, when we wake up in the morning, and we are allowed to wake up in the morning and see the sunshine, we must give God praise and thanks. Bhagwan, thank you for allowing me this day so that I can do what? To love you more and to serve your devotees selflessly. This is what we thank God for. This bhajan was requested yesterday by Netanji. It's a very powerful, soulful bhajan that was offered to the feet of Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba. And when Swamiji heard this bhajan being sung by the composer, Bhagwan shed tears, divine tears. Glory to Lord Sai, the Lord of all the worlds, the epitome of compassion, the destroyer of sin, skillful dancer, the Lord of Lords. He is verily Lord Shiva, Narayan, Allah, Mahavir and Yeshu. He is the indweller, the Lord of Bhakti. Mahadeva Maheshwara Sai Narayana. Mahadeva Maheshwara Sai Narayana. Sing with me, come on. Mahadeva That was Nathan's request. I'll make sure I collect his donation. Double? Well, it depends on how we play tonight.
One more.
One more? Achha.
Sooner like.
That person wasn't here last night, right?
Yeah, you sang last night.
Okay, no problem. So any bhajan that we have to repeat tonight, double the donation, right?
Yes.
Nathan wants to sing. What do you think? You see? Let me tell you, it's been a very cool weekend for me, having left my home at almost 85 degrees on Friday. And as you know, jumping into, I think this morning was like -3 coming to the Celsius, that is, coming to temple. So big change, eh? Big change. Hopefully my voice will keep for the next few minutes here. This next bhajan, a very popular bhajan. Again, I think my brother Rakesh Shankaran did this bhajan in a little bit of a different kind of style, a little bit of dancing kind of style. But the bhajan has very, very powerful meaning. When Lord Krishna was leaving Gokula for Mathura, the gopis began to cry. Radharani even began, she couldn't control herself, couldn't console herself. And the bhajan speaks about the sorrow that when Bhagwan leaves us. This bhajan normally is also done when someone passes, because it speaks of separation. But it's a very divine calling to Bhagwan Shri Krishna. Baki Vrindavan Mehar ki jai. Maiya ki mamata Taj Baba ka pyar, Gwal Gwal ki mitrata, Gopiyan ki manbhar, Taj ke sab parivar we have time for a couple more. Nathan, what do you say, boy? Let me go. All right. We're good. Any requests from the audience, you can just shout it out. Any particular bhajan you like to hear? Something easy, don't give me no hard bhajan. Which one? Harika bhajan. All right. Collect a donation from one time. Right here. While I'm finding the bhajan, I'd like you to put your hands together for our musicians and singers, of course. Give them a love. They've done such an amazing job over the past 2 weeks, 2 nights. Alright, we'll have to wing this one because I don't think it's something to spoke. Let me take a half note higher. भजन बिना मिले सुभगनिया हरि का भजन करो हे मेरे मतिया भजन बिना मिले सुभगनिया जगत दुर्लभ मानुष तन पाया जगत दुर्लभ मानुष तन पाया हरि का भजन बिना काम नाया हरि के भजन बिना काम नाया ज्ञान से होगी निज दिन लगिया हरि का भजन करे हे मेरे मतिया भजन बिना मिले सुभगनिया मिले सुभगनिया मिले सुभगनिया. Thank you. Any others? Don't worry, I won't ask you to donate. Any other requests? Masunao? Sure. Mary, Didi, please take care of her, alright? Some chords there. You know, when I speak to devotees at large, wherever I go, many will come to me and say, Panditji, this bhajan or this katha or your story, it brought a tear to my eye. Why? I miss my mom. I miss my mother. A mother's love is unfathomable. I'm a father as well. And a mother's love for a child, father can't even come close to that. Most mothers. In the eyes of a mother, especially in the eyes of the Divine Mother, a child does no wrong. And when we ask Mom, if there's a pain in our foot, we get a little cut, a bump our head, somebody says something harsh to us, you know you can always count. Go back into mother's arms, as Maya used to say, I'll take you in my body, and I will hold on to you and never let you go. And that is the love of Mom. Radhaji, thanks for requesting this bhajan. This bhajan speaks volumes for the love for Ma. It's a lullaby. Ma, 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 oh, Ma. me, your mind me, Roma. I come to you. जो कहानी हो हंसना सिखाए, जो सभी के तुम्हें बताए, जो कहानी हो हंसना सिखाए, जो सभी के तुम्हें तो बुलाए, गंध जिसमें भरी आसमां की, भूल ऐसी न हो आसरा की, जिसना जहां आसमानी, मां सुनाओ मुझे वो कहानी, जिसमें राधा न हो ना रानी, मां We'll take another one before we go into the final version. Come on. Mujhe. Is that the one you requested?
मुझे अपनिषदन मेरे लिए.
Okay, we'll come. That'll be the second to last one. No problem. O Ram, take me under your arms, your protective arms. If you have no time to look at or think of me, then just let me have a place of shelter under your feet. मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम, ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम, ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम, लोचन मन में जगे न हो तो, लोचन मन में जगे न हो तो, जुगल चरण में ले लो राम, ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम।
If you can.
I don't know.
Okay, no problem.
Sorry.
What was it?
Another person is asking if you could do whoever say each other's
Okay.
There's a very special request for this bhajan to Bhagwan Shiva. Very difficult bhajan to sing, but we'll do it anyways. The bhajan means when the sun rises in the east, the sky becomes red like the color of sindoor. And as the wind makes noises like the bells on my feet represent the wind. The peacock of my soul is singing, Om Namah Shivaya.
Okay, okay.
पूरब से जो सूरज निकले सिंदूरी ढलकाए, पवन की पावे पर मेरे नीपुर मयूर मन मेरा गाए, मन मेरा गाए। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय। पूरब से जब सूरज निकले सिंदूरी ढलकाए, पवन के पगले फूल बाजे मयूर मेरा गाए, मन मेरा गाए। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय। very much. Koti Koti Dhanyabad. I believe we have time for just one more. And we invite you to come back next year. We'll have another one of these. I don't know what date yet, but it's just going to call this and we'll tackle it. I believe Priya, you had requested this bhajan, so how about you sing it with me? Priya ji. In my many travels to Toronto and to the Mandirs, this young lady has given her time to always supporting us and singing. She has a beautiful voice, and make sure we can hear you tonight, Priya, as you sing, right? She had requested this bhajan, so we'll try to do it together. It means the river, give her a lovely round of applause, by the way. Priya Persad. The river drinks not the water it contains, neither the laden tree partakes of its fruit. So too, we must become very charitable. For it is better to give than to receive. Those who place their physical energy, their mental strength and wealth at the disposal of others are true human beings. Devotees, this morning's katha, right here, I shared a little message, I'll repeat it now because I think we have a different audience, and those of you online as well. Since Black Friday, which was Thanksgiving, well, we call it Black Friday in the US, I think you also have the same thing here, right? A couple of weeks ago. There was a mad rush for shopping, because stuff's going to run out, right? Even though Amazon have everything. Everybody's shopping, shopping, shopping. I'd like to ask all of you, next time you go to the groceries, I usually make groceries once a week. Just, if you can afford it, just take one item, a non-perishable item, vegetarian of course, either can or a bag of grains or something, and take it home with you. And at your home, have either a box or bag that you'll place these items one per week. Between now and Christmas, we have about 3 weeks only left. Maybe you can do a couple of items now. And those items, when you're sharing gifts with your family during the holidays, take that bag or box of non-perishable items and donate it to a needy family, a family who probably cannot afford to put food on their table during the holidays, a home for the aged, a home for battered women, orphan children. This is Seva. And even though we buy gifts and expensive gifts and all the iPads and PS5s and all the electronics and nice things, all the gadgets for children, giving Seva, giving to the poor and charity is perhaps one of the greatest gifts that we can ever give. It says it right here in our bhajan. Devotees, I ask all of you and I plead with you, let's make this season of giving truly a season to give. Many years ago in Trinidad, growing up as a young man, my parents, both retired educators now, at Christmas time, we'd order a box of apples. And for those of you who grew up in Trinidad or maybe the Caribbean, when you see apples, it's Christmas time, right? You don't see apples during the year in the groceries because it's expensive. And I remember we would get a box of apples in the house. The whole house would smell like apples. And then we would take it, my dad especially would take it to the hospital and we would give it to the children as a Christmas gift. Could you imagine the joy in the hearts of those children? If you yourself personally do not reap the benefits of that karma, your generations to come will certainly reap. Mark my words. Jai Shri Ram. Let us sing this beautiful brother. Come on, Priya. Prabhupada ji can join us as well. Nadiya nabi kabhi apna jaye, Krishna khai kabhi apne. did start a little bit late, but I believe Pandit Damodarji is going to speak with us live from India. Yes? We're waiting on his call. Is he going to come on Zoom? While we're getting this all set up and ready, thank you all from the bottom of my heart for giving us this opportunity to come to this beautiful ashram and to help build this structure, which is called the shikaras on the top of the mandir, which I believe they already been casted. They just now need to be installed, and this is what we are doing here today. So thank you. I see faces from all over the GT area, and as far down as Cambridge, Kitchener, Brampton. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, and to all, yes, give them a lovely round of applause. And those who came last night as well. And for those joining us online, especially the Shivoham family, which we have grown so vastly all across this world. Thank you all from all different continents for joining this evening and sharing in the glories of Prabhu Kanam as we have sung Kirtan, Bhajans, and of course Geets. And let's have another lovely round of applause for all the musicians this evening. And especially our two wonderful choristers, Neerji and Umlaji. Give them a lovely round of applause. Thank you. Are we ready with Panditji? Jai Sitaram. Sitaram, Sitaram, Guruji.
First of all, thank you very much, each and every one of you, and a special thanks for Bhajan Samelan. He made very great success program. I was watching online, and so nice bhajans and everything, and people, those who really devotees, those who came from far from here, and I was listening from Krishna or different areas, and I really appreciate for your support, for your help, for your love and dedication for our Sanatana Dharma, and Bhagwan's blessings to each and every one of you. And Panditji, once again, thank you very much. I really wish to sit down there and listen to all the bhajans, but of course, Bhagwan will give us again some opportunities to work together.
Thank you,
Thank
Panditji.
you very much.
Dhanyavad. Let's give Panditji lovely round. Let's give Panditji a lovely round of applause. Thank you. And safe travels. I wish you all the very best and hope to see you back here at Shri Vrindavan Dham very soon.
Yes, so thank you, Pandit. Thank you.
Thank you. One more time. Lovely round of applause, Pandit Damodarji. You're doing an amazing job here at Shri Vrindavan.
Are we ready for talking or?
Yes.
Okay. So I also wanted to thank you for such a lovely 2 days. We really enjoyed it.
Thank you, Ji.
And I believe everyone here. I also want to thank Nathan. Excellent people. Deepak for tabla. And lovely ladies up front. Forgive me, I couldn't very late. But, and Pandit Yogesh.
And Panditji and Sachin as well. Sachin.
Okay. Thank you, Sachin. I also want to thank you for coming and supporting us. It is your generous contribution that keeps us going. We have raised over $7,000 over 2 days. Which is excellent. My view is we have done good. And we'll continue to do similar programs to pay for the domes there, the Shikhar, and we'll continue to grow as the temple and as the family that we are. So thank you from me as well. So I will invite you all to actually maybe come and say thank you to Pandit Neil Dev Persad as well, because he's the inspiration to me. I enjoyed your bhajan quite a bit. Thank you.
Thank you. Very, very hardworking president indeed, and the task is monumental, but with the blessings of Bhagwan, anything is possible. Everything is possible. Jai Shri Krishna. So I believe we are ready for Artina. Yes. Anji? Kani khara ho jaye, please all stand up.
Whoever wants to come and honor we're going to stand up for our might as well.
त्वमेव विद्याद्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते मन्त्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं जगदम्बिके यत् पूजितं मया देवी परिपूर्णं तदस्तु मे परिपूर्णं तदस्तु मे बार बार वरमागहु बार बार वरमागहु हर्षि देहु श्रीरंग पद सरोजयं पामि भगति सदा सत्संग भगति सदा सत्संग। बोलिए सियापति रामचंद्र भगवान की जय, बोलिए उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलिए गणपति महाराज की जय, बोले लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की जय, बोले राधा और श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय, बोले पवन सुत हनुमान जी महाराज की जय, बोले सूर्य नारायण भगवान की जय, बोले सरस्वती माता की जय। है मेरी माई सखियां जोता वाली माता जी तेरी सदा ही जय। बोले भाई सब संतन की जय, सब भक्तन की जय, बोले अपने मेरे सदगुरु जी महाराज की जय, बोले सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय, बोले सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय, सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःख भाग् भवेत् मा कश्चित् दुःख भाग् भवेत्। ॐ द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगं शान्तिं पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोषधयः शान्तिर्वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वगं शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेव शान्तिर्भवतु। ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ओम्। सभी अपने स्थान पे झुक के प्रणाम कर लो प्लीज। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। बोले वृंदावन धाम की जय। नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव हर हर महादेव हर हर महादेव। जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे श्याम। जय श्री राधे 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 जय श्री राधे। आप सभी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आज के इस संध्याकालीन सत्संग में सम्मिलित होने के लिए। थैंक यू सो मच ऑल ऑफ यू ईच एंड एवरीवन। माँ भगवती ब्लेस यू ऑल ऑफ यू ऑलवेज। थैंक यू सो मच कमिंग। जय श्री राधे।
Jai Shri. Thank you, Pandaji.
Again, thank you, and please take prasad, and we have packed dinner for you to take home. Please do not forget to take that as well. Thank you. Good night.
Very thank you. I enjoy.
Thank you.
Nadia and